Obstruction to justice. Obstruction to justice. Obstruction to justice. Justice now. Well, hello, and welcome to another broadcast of Obstruction to Justice. I'm Ann Moles, and today, here on Obstruction to Justice, what we do, we just simply talk about, discuss general information about relevant topics of the day. We highlight political issues or politics, economics, and of course, my favorite is businesses. We get to talk to small business and business owners. And today we're going to talk with Terrence Seegers. Terrence Seegers of Seegers Promotional Products. Welcome, Terrence.
Hello, Ann. How you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. Now, Terrence, just to let everyone know, you're headquartered in San Antonio, Texas, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and there was the weather down there just as here. Now we're in the greater Kansas City, Missouri area, and just as here, there was some issues with the weather down there, and the Texas and especially San Antonio, the sub-zero, but we had below zero weather here. But you were saying that your weather down there got pretty cold too, didn't it?
Yes, we dropped into the single digits for a couple days.
Oh boy, single digits in San Antonio, Texas. Well, now, you didn't lose any power or anything, did you? Your home or your business
Yeah.
location?
I was. Yes, ma'am. I was. My power was off for a good day and a half, about 30 hours.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys braved the weather and everything turned out okay. You got your electricity back and everything is up and running now.
Yeah, we were fortunate that we have gas and electricity. So when the electricity went out, we used the gas for heat. But
Oh
after
yeah.
dropping into single digits, the next day it jumped back up to 70 degrees. It's back to normal now.
Oh my goodness. Well, the weather is kind of up and down. And just like weather, business can be up and down too. Business can be up and down. Now, here's the thing. Terrence, you have a great website where your business is promotional items, okay? And we're going to take a look at that website. But what I want to do, can you share with us how did you get into as a business owner? How did you start Seeger's Promotional Products?
Well, it's a pretty funny story how I actually got into promotional products. I've been in several business. I've had several businesses in the past, and one day I was on a break from one of my businesses, and I stopped in a Borders bookstore, which was a regular habit of mine to stop into the Borders and to flip through magazines and occupy my time. And one day I was flipping through a magazine, a small business or entrepreneurial magazine, and in the back of the magazine it was a little advertisement, a little square. I mean, small. It was so small, and it had three words: "Would you like promotional products?" And it had a telephone number. And just out of curiosity, because I wasn't familiar with promotional products at the time, I didn't I wasn't aware of the industry, and just out of pure curiosity and an entrepreneurial mindset, I called the number, and they explained it to me, they introduced it to me, and of course they wanted me to pay. And so, I paid the fees that they were asking for, and they sent me a promotional products kit. And this was 10 years ago. I've been in this industry and had this business for 10 years. And at the time, um, it wasn't a good fit for me, because it required a lot of cold calling and uh, it required a lot of cold calling, and it required a lot of face to face interactions with the customers as far as acquiring sales and
Mhm.
leads. You know what I mean? It
Yes,
was a different
I
time,
do.
and so it really didn't spark that big of an interest in me. But over time, I never let it go. Because it was a way to be in business, and I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I never gave up on it, and I kept all my affiliations, all my accreditations, all of my connections. I kept all of that current and active over a period of 10 years without actually participating in the industry, because I've always had additional businesses.
Well, and
So
that
what
right there
what
is
happened was,
super interesting. Oh, we have a little feedback there. Uh, but yes, you had your connections and contacts from other businesses, and I think that's a cool point that we're going to point out and talk a little bit about. Continue. Yes, this is very intriguing.
yeah. And so I've always had multiple businesses, and so at the time I decided to go full time and launch a full time promotional products entity was last year when the pandemic hit, because I've always seemed to have socially engaged businesses where I deal with customers face to face, or there's a lot of client interaction. And with the onset of the pandemic, that just wasn't it wasn't a feasible option to continue in those businesses. So I had to discover a new source of revenue. And lo and behold, I had this business just, gathering dust. And so, being that I kept everything current, and as far as my accreditations and with my associations and things like that, uh, I felt it was time. And 10 years ago, it wasn't an internet based and internet inclined business. But 10 years later, it fit the mold perfectly for the pandemic. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There was no social engagement. There was no face to face meetings with clients. And so I decided that, this was the time, and I put everything in motion. It took me about a month or so to get organized and situated, and get everything structurally sound. But I launched in June of 2020, and it's been incredible ever since. You know, um, I have nothing but good things to say about it. It was the pandemic was my motivation to launch this business.
And that right there is really what we there's hope even through the pandemic. There's issues where we come up and we wonder, how do we continue on with business? what I'm hearing is that you are an entrepreneur, you have an entrepreneur spirit, you've already been in different businesses before. You saw that this would could be something that would would be good for you, but then when you got in it, it wasn't something that you really enjoyed or felt that it would was good for you at the time. And that's a really key point when it comes to businesses. Because some people, they may be good, and the concern was, what I'm hearing was that the concern was the sales part, which is a challenge for every business, trust me. Now, the purpose of business is to create customers. And the way that we create customers is that we have to sell. And sales seems like a bad term to some people, but really, I look at it as providing information for people so that they know what's available to them to help them through what they're dealing with. Sales is everywhere. It's solving a problem. So your business is the promotional products. Now I want to just go ahead and we're going to go out here, and I want to take a look at the website that you where people can go to purchase and to look at the different promotional items that you have here. So let's see, let's bring this up. Okay, here we go. We're here. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So here is the website, and let's see. Start your day with our company. Now, here's the thing, promotional items. I need promotional items for my businesses. There's several businesses that I engage in, and especially one that we've been really working with. Well, actually, we've been working with all of them, but we do ASBNC training and consulting. And that is where we are actively working with people, training them in the different areas of technology and business and sales. We have a great sales class, we have a great sales support uh, mechanism that we for that we encourage people to use. It's a sales, kind of like a sales buddy, a sales when you need to bounce off of someone and talk to them about sales, then that's what we encourage, and we help salespeople sell is kind of what this is. So that's something that we do, but we need promotional items too, promotional products. Okay. Now, here with your site, I see that it is very colorful. It is definitely on point. Can you walk us through, if I were to look for, now I'm looking at these t-shirts. That's cool because we can also use them as uniforms for when we do go on site, or even if we're online where we do some training, we can purchase and get some t-shirts going where people can identify where, with as far as uniforms. So say, for instance, we're looking for a t-shirt. What are t-shirts for our team? What would we do, Terrence, coming to your site?
Well, I mean, being unfamiliar with the site, if you were looking for T-shirts across the top, there are headers, and under those headers, they have different categories. So again, if you're unfamiliar with the site, you would identify T-shirts as apparel. You would click on apparel, and then it would be a drop-down menu that would offer suggestions as to what type of apparel. And
Okay.
T-shirts
Now,
is one of those items.
T-shirts is one of the items. Now, the reason why I'm asking you this question, and I'm out here on the website, is that some people are just not savvy when it comes to getting out on a website. They know that they want to order promotional items, say for an event. And they're, some seniors and not so senior people who just don't know. But I'm looking at this website, and it is very nice and very easy to navigate through. So say for instance, we're looking at for t-shirt. Here's polo. You have t-shirts, you have polos, t-shirts, you have sweatshirts, you have jackets. If I just select the t-shirts here, it takes me to the t-shirts. It sorts or goes and searches for the different t-shirts that are available, and I'm seeing quite a few t-shirt options. And when I look at the category, I scroll down a bit, there are what, 72, more than 7,000 different t-shirt options for what I want to select, or what I can choose from, something for me to go through. Now, if I'm looking at your promotional site, and I'm wanting a t-shirt, I can go out here and get it. But there's some other big names that have also used their t-shirts and different other promotional items. Vistaprint. Now, why would I come to Seeger's promotional products as opposed to going to a Vistaprint site?
Well, one is the available options and different selections. We offer a much larger selection than Vistaprint or those other promotional products companies. We have 750,000 different selections for you to choose from on our website. The easiest way to navigate the website is to use the search box at the top. When the website first opens up, there's a search box at the top. Now, one of the better qualities of our website is that it's very literal. You don't have to know a specific description. You don't have to know a specific identifier. You just type your actual thought or phrase that you're familiar with in the search box, and it'll grab it, those items, and it'll display those items for you. You can type anything in the search box, and it's going to drop down. It's going to drop down quite a bit of selections for you. So that's the easiest way to navigate the website.
Okay.
You
So,
can type in water bottles, you can type in mugs, you can type in USB. You can literally use your own terminology with the search engine.
okay, I see. And here are t-shirts, and I typed in purple here, and here are some purple t-shirt options that I can select. And now, one of my questions is, say for instance, I have a team and we just really need I just need maybe about 10 t-shirts. Would that be an order that you all can fill?
Well, promotional products are primarily designed for bulk production. You know what I mean? They're generally because of the usage of promotional products, uh, they're sold in bulk quantities. So depending upon the item, it'll inform you if there's a minimum quantity amount required. You know what I mean? There's some things you can make individual purchases of. They're more like signage and jackets and things like that. But more often than not, there's a minimum quantity requirement for each item, for each product. And if you click on the product in the drop down menu, if you scroll down to the to the pricing section, it'll give you a number that will indicate the minimum amount requirement.
Okay.
Now that shirt, for instance, that shirt can purchase that shirt individually, but like I said, more often than not, there's usually a minimum requirement, a minimum quantity requirement for an item. You just happen to
Okay.
find one that can be purchased individually.
Okay. Now the
It gives the description, it gives all the pricing information, it gives everything related to that item for purchase.
okay. Now, what if we wanted our logo on this T-shirt? Would that be something that your promotional seekers can do for us? Put our logo on the T-shirt and maybe a name or little phrase. Is that something that can be done?
Yes, ma'am. That's the whole purpose and objective of our company is to offer customized or imprinted uh, items for specific corporations or nonprofits, sports teams. Promotional products are used to create a brand for your company or to identify your employees or for giveaways and keepsakes that keep your company or organization at the top of mind. You know, in,
Okay.
in our website, we have a virtual sample creator where you can upload your own artwork and create and visualize what your product will look like before you even communicate with someone from Seeker's Promotional Products.
Okay. So where would we go to see that? How could we do that from here? Is it that we need to know the sizes or first and choose
No,
how many we want?
no, ma'am. In the beginning, when you first go to the website, if you click on the name Seeker's Promotional Products, you can just click on that,
Okay.
and then say you want to do. Okay, we'll stick with T-shirts. You go back up to the search box
Mhm.
and type in T-shirts again. Now, really, the website is really an informational tool. You know what I mean? It's an idea generator. It's anytime you create a promotional product or a customized or branded item, it requires some assistance. So the website is really an informational tool for you to identify what it is that you want to utilize as far as a promotional products item. And generally, there's always some assistance involved. So, but if you click on the search, the magnifying glass, and it'll pull up the options for you again.
Okay.
And once it does that, see that left column where it says your search terms.
Mhm.
Yeah. See the header. It says your search terms, and then there's a column there.
Yes.
Okay, if you scroll down to the bottom of that column, and it'll have the last box to say virtual samples ready.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, now the numbers represented there. It says yes, and it has a number, and it says no, and it has a number. If you click yes, every item that appears, you can create a virtual sample for. And also on the screen, you see on the screen that little symbol in the lower right corner, look like a pin or something.
Mhm. I see.
That's the indicator. That's the indicator for you for an item that a virtual sample can be created. You could either use the sample ready in the column, or you can click on that little yeah, you can click on that little symbol, and this is where it brings up the sample creator module. And in this module, you either can type out text and apply it to the item, or you can upload your artwork and apply it to the item.
Okay.
And it takes some savviness, takes some getting used to, but the easiest way is for you to identify an item and then contact us. We're very client response oriented. You can call us, we'll answer the phone, and we'll assist you in the process.
Okay.
But
Now,
again,
I see the phone number.
I'm
If they're
listening.
needing to contact you, then they're needing to call the 214-402-2938. And that number will give you, you'll be able to get a representative there, and you can ask them, anyone there at the Seegers Promotional Products, about how to maneuver in the website if you have questions about how to get around a bit, if you're not as tech savvy as some, and also questions about orders and bulk item orders, which you can purchase, which you'll need to purchase in bulk item, what other items would be available, where you can purchase the 10s, 20s, right? Okay. Or you can contact and email TG Seegers. That's TGSEEGERS at yahoo.com, and they will contact you. Maybe if you needing to get a quote, maybe you've been asked to get a quote for your event to find out how many, whether or not it's available, the options available, or just sort of an estimate, a ballpark figure of what it is that you're looking to purchase for your event, and you can get an estimate. Give them a Yahoo them, give them a email, send an email out, and they'll get you that estimate, contact you directly, and work with you to get those items identified. This is it's just great. I tell you that this here, I like the option where you can do your create the virtual sample so that you can see what your item would look like. And here's charts and different size options for you. Yeah, that is super cool. Super cool. Contact us
Thank you.
more about the company. Yes, you can create account. And see, that's something too. Now, if you know that this is something that you do, we may right now during this kind of COVID season, we may not be able to get out to the different events, the public events, but there's you can still mail, you can still snail mail and ship different items to your customers or clients. So, I mean, there's we still send out through the mail different learning materials, so, with that, that's still an option for you. So it's not like just because you're not at the big event stadium or the big event hall where people are walking around at the trade show and they're able to see your product or whatever, or service, whatever you offer, guys. Well, Seegers can get you those items and then have them sent to where they need to go. Or and you can still, just as an FYI, sure, you can still send them out to your customers and clients. And that might be a little treat to just say hello, how's it going during this COVID time. We're thinking about you, can't wait to do business again, right? So this is these promotional items are definitely a plus, definitely a plus for any business. Wow. Now there's a with it being as a new entrepreneur, not so new entrepreneur, but new to this promotional idealism, as far as the you've had the different businesses, and now you're you broke out the promotional product business. Okay, what what is, in your opinion, what is the number one key to starting a new business, Terrence?
Well, I think the number one key is to enjoy the type of business that you choose to enter. You gotta you have to be able to fulfill yourself, and, and 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 to be knowledgeable in the industry that you choose to enter. Like myself, for instance, I use myself as an example. I've literally had this company and this business for 10 years, and wasn't in position to launch on a full time basis until 9 years in. I mean, I could have, but in the beginning there was a lot of footwork involved. There was a lot of there was cold calling involved. It was really uh it was really interactive oriented. It required a lot of face to face, uh a lot of cold selling. It was really task intensive
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning. But as the internet progressed and developed, the industry came along with it. You know, and so at the time that I launched, it was literally a 100% internet based company. In the beginning that wasn't the case. In the beginning, the first sale I got when I first got into it, I literally loaded up a messenger bag with samples and catalogs and visited strip malls and knocked on doors. It wasn't it was a task oriented company. It was a task oriented business. And so that's
Mm-hmm.
why I didn't focus on it and concentrate on it in the beginning, because it was time consuming. The production of items, the delivery times, they all required extended periods. Even identifying, selecting, and completing uh, an item for a client was so labor intensive. So that's what made me not go full bore, or you know apply myself totally to it in the beginning when I got introduced to it. But like I said, over time, as the internet improved and progressed, the industry followed along. And when I needed to start a different company, promotional products was ideal. So you really gotta be knowledgeable in the type of business that you choose to enter, and you have to enjoy it. You have to, you know what I mean. It
I
has to
do.
fulfill. Um, yeah, yeah. It has to fulfill a void for you to excel at it. You know, because even in the beginning, 10 years ago, I enjoyed doing promotional products. You know, I got satisfaction out of someone formulating an idea, running it through me, and then receiving that product. I got a lot of I got a lot of satisfaction out of that. So I
Mhm.
enjoyed promotional products from the very beginning, and I've always intended on promotional products being uh, a successful entity, a successful business for me. It's just that at the time it was so labor intensive, you know.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
but again, like I said, you want to you want to get a feeling of satisfaction, and you get a feeling of fulfillment out of the business that you do decide to go into.
Business models say there's a business model, and then there's a sales business model part of the business. So there's a business model in how to do business, the processes, the back end of how the process is done. And what I was hearing in you sharing in that in the beginning, the promotional products, your promotional products, it was very labor intensive to actually get the promotion or the emblems or the actual business model itself. The process of producing the promotional items was very labor intensive, but also the sales part of it was very labor intensive as well. Whereas there's been an evolution in business in that the business model now for your promotional items has taken advantage of the internet and the web websites. So what can be done in person now can be done on an with an individual who is technically, just educated, knows how to get around and feels comfortable with doing that. Now they can go out and develop those ideas and use those ideas that are developed, those sample ideas, and then take them away, right? And so that business model, how to do business, has changed, and also the sales part of it has changed as well. So now when it comes to sales, we have social media, and that's something that's huge that people and businesses are complaining about. It's like, well, here are these ads that and information that's being sold through the different social media entities. So if you are interested, just based on what you search for on your mobile phone, those those ideas and the artificial intelligence, they're presenting to you ideas about other businesses that provide or similar services or services that kind of go with the service that you're looking for, that you're browsing. So the data that you search for when you do those searches, even through your mobile phone, and the cookies and different things when you search online, they're being used as marketing tools to not just provide to you the person, the consumer, which we've had the discussion of that term consumer, the consumer with not only the product that they're looking for, but when they do open up their social media accounts, the social media account is aware, based on the previous search options and search questions, that this person is interested in this type of business. So in their news feed, they'll feature businesses that do that type of service or provide that type of product that that person was looking for. So this is it gets very detailed. So most certainly business has changed. It has left the brick and mortar and where you would go out and knock on doors at the mall or go to the strip mall and talk to the manager and or go to the office buildings and knock on the different doors there in the office buildings and talk to the managers and supervisors and ask them whether or not they're interested in promotional items. So it has changed, but not only has the business itself for developing the items has changed, but the sales process has changed as well. And I like the idea that you shared where it says know about the business. I think that if you're interested in business, at least want to know about it because part of the sales issue is that people don't know enough about what they're selling. They don't know enough about the service or the product because and that's what makes sales tough because sales is simply educating the consumer about how your product or service can solve their problem and educating them to the point to where they would want to buy the service or the product. So, most definitely, if you're going to be in business, you definitely should know about the business, especially being that entrepreneur that entrepreneur to where you're going to when you have business startup it's like you're everything. You're the bookkeeper, you're the janitor, you're the one that goes out to develop the business model, you're the one that sells the product or service, so you're the everything. So definitely I agree and commend you on that suggestion and throwing that out there to know about the business. Another key that you had mentioned is to enjoy the business. Isn't that why, Terrence, isn't that why we start businesses? Because we're stuck in the past. We may have been in a career or at a job. There are differences, guys. There's a difference between a job and a career, but we may have been stuck in a career or in a job that is just not happening for us. We don't enjoy it. We're bored. We're frustrated. We feel we're overqualified. I even know some people that are working careers where they feel they're underqualified because the job is so challenging. So, yes, they don't enjoy it. So, what do we do? I think another reason why we become entrepreneurs is because here we get an opportunity to do something that we enjoy doing. We like doing it. Huh? And what I'm hearing is that you like working with promotional items and help in solving people's problem, the problem of where you would want to maybe provide a uniform for your team. You want to make sure that that customer or client remembers you, right, with your logo and an item, your maybe your logo or your slogan on the promotional item to where they know that they're appreciated or it gives them an idea. It says, "Hey, that this company thought enough of me to give me this nice big warm sweatshirt, and I'm gonna go pull that out of the closet now because it's single digits." So yeah, I'm sure that those
Well,
those people
one
that
that
did that got some kudos. Go ahead.
yeah, something that businesses don't realize is that promotional products gives you the biggest return on investment than any other form of marketing, advertising, and promoting because the promotional products has a lifespan. You know, people, most people retain a promotional products for years, and some retain them infinitely. So the return on investment for utilizing promotional products for branding, marketing, and advertising is far greater than any other method of 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 advertising. You know,
Mhm.
promotional products even have value. Whereas you can generate revenue off of the process of promoting, marketing, and branding your company. They're not only giveaway items, but they're revenue generating items. So they serve dual purposes. They serve as advertising materials, as promoting materials, and you can go so far to say that they're revenue generating materials.
And that right there, I do agree in that with them being revenue generating. Now here's the issue that maybe some startups or small business people may have, or even event team, those that are coordinators, event coordinators. It's always an issue of budget. Hmm. There's always an issue of
Yes, ma'am.
budget. So they're like, well, why should I take the budget and take what percentage of for advertising? It just depends on what you're wanting your return to be. But usually, if it with an event, I look at maybe a third of the budget to really go out and hammer out some advertising, which that should be some promotional items as well. So, you're just looking at what you're just explaining. So, here is a reason why promotional items are so important, because they do add value. They are revenue generating. Even with the event coordinators, I remember doing something as simple as it was for a nonprofit organization, or even a government nonprofit organization, where we went through a process. And oh, by the way, at the end of the process, we all got a T-shirt. We received a T-shirt, but we also received one of those cheesy, those cheesy foam cup holders where you put your cup in, and it's supposed to keep your drink cold or something. But that little thing is like,
They
I
they
don't even know.
they're called koozies, and that's probably one of the most popular promotional products items that exists because they do serve a purpose. They do work. They keep your drink cold and they keep your drink warm. They perform their service. So they're one of the most popular promotional product items in existence, and they're called koozies.
Koozies. Oh my goodness. Now here's the thing. Maybe because I haven't used it, but it looks a little cheesy. It looks so cheesy. And I couldn't tell you where that is, but I can tell you where that T-shirt is, right? Now, so what I'm hearing is that
Right,
something
right.
is something as simple and small as the koozie is a profitable option for the promotional products seller, right? Or where you offer that product. And it's not so expensive either, I don't think, for the bulk of it, because you can logo it and put something on it, and it's not so bad as far as the expense of it. So that's not a bad option if you want to, but just don't give out a koozie. I'm just saying, not unless not unless you have a table or something, and it's like, okay, well, we definitely need about 5,000 of these because we know our traffic is going to be uh going to be heavy, and we don't care if we just send out a koozie. At least it has our name on it. Now, Sister Riza is very familiar. This is she's online too. She's been giving us feedback here. Good question. That's a good option. And I believe she was saying the good option where we were saying to just to stay with your clients and customers even through the COVID issue. Go out, send them something, send them a promotional item, and let them know that hey, even though we're online or we're at home right now, we're still thinking about you. Now, Sister Riza had worked with ASBNC training and consulting during a promotional event, so she is aware of promotional items and then working at the booth with ASB&C training and consulting. I think at the time we just had pins, but we did some very good video representation, which, I'm just going to do a shameless plug. If you guys need some video create developed for your event where it just kind of rotates, it plays on, it loops itself, we do that, and we can get in touch with our partner, Union Rock Hill Films, that can help get that going for you. So give us a contact if you contact us if you need that for your promotional event. But they do those promotional items. Of course, the branding part is important. The marketing part is important, and the advertising and promotional part of promotional items is super important. And this is a way. So I would consider it, and this is just a part of doing business. It's a part of doing business, um, and it should be a part of a budget. Is what I suggest, so that, like you say, because it's value, but it continues on. It's value added, and it just doesn't stop. Because, like I said, I might not know where that koozie is, but I know where that T-shirt is, and it was a cool color. It's yellow, so I get a chance to wear it in the summertime, and I'll pack it away or whatever. But and I look real important because it's got a nice logo on it. So when I go hang out with that
Yes, ma'am.
team, then then I have this cool T-shirt with a cool logo,
Well,
which is a promotional item.
what we do, Seegers Promotional Products, we found a niche that we exist in, and that niche is that we bill ourselves as the lowest price promotional products company in the industry. See, we're willing to work within budgets. You know what I mean? You got a lot of promotional products companies that if you can't meet their price point for their item, then they reject you. But
Mhm.
that doesn't happen at Seegers Promotional Products. We basically, if you identify budget amount to us, we'll work within your budget to provide you with a quality item for as a promotional products item. We don't think, and that's really one of our motivating factors for being in business. See, our demographic is very underserved and very disregarded by this industry as a whole. Because not identified as promotional products consumers. You know what I mean? They feel
Mhm.
that
Mhm. I
our
do.
interest lies in a different level of product. You know what I mean? So we're not targeted or we're not pursued as clientele for promotional products companies. When they do their advertising and their marketing, they're not advertising and marketing to us. So uh, what my purpose and my motivation is to introduce our demographic to from the consumer's end of it to the revenue acquirement of it. You know, because even though we're not targeted or marketed to, we do still spend large amounts of money towards this industry. And my motivating factor is to make this industry more accessible to our demographic, to where we can generate revenue and also be treated with dignity and respect and appreciation for the money that we spend. You know, one our major concept is customer service. You know, we want to reflect that we really and truly appreciate our clients. You know, the difference between us and those other companies is you literally cannot pick up the phone and talk to a representative of those other companies. I don't care what your issue is, what your question is, what you need help with. You can't get one of them on the phone to rectify your scenario. You know, but we're customer and client oriented. You know, we value our clients. We actually we would prefer you not try and complete an order through the website. We welcome the conversation so that your product is completed to your satisfaction and you get what you expect. And the only way to do that is to communicate, you know. So yeah, budget if there's some budget concerns, let us know. And and and
Mhm.
and, and, and and we'll figure it out together.
Which that is a great point that you shared, in that the new business model, and it's not so new, but in order to save dollars or to not have to buy or hire that customer service rep, or to cut down on customer service calls because you do have to pay people, what they do is, this is a business model where if you're needing support, a lot of companies are saying, no, just go to the website or send an email, or there is also a pop up chat, but you cannot call and get a live person on the phone. That is very true about if you're having an issue. So that is a business model, and that's the customer support business model for a lot of companies now. Everything is online, and even your customer support is online. So I commend Seeger's Promotional Products for still having a number where customers can call. And yes, if they're needing to place an order, yes, let's go ahead and give them a call. And that number is 214 402 2938. Or you can send an email to TG Seegers, that's TGSEEGERS at yahoo.com, and they will contact you and work with you and provide that customer service, that quality customer service, to get your order out. Yes, that is super, super. Now, here's another thing too. This is the last Wednesday of our Black History Month, as far as the uh, allowing or just letting the world know, or the people in the United States know, that this is a month that's been set aside to focus on Black history. But African American, as an African American and African Americans around the country, this is every month is African American History Month. And Brother Terrence, you are continuing to make history for your family, for a legacy, and other African Americans by continuing on in business, your entrepreneur spirit continuing on, and not giving up on the business that you liked and enjoyed doing, and holding on to it and bringing it into existence, or continuing to work to build it when it was time to build it. But as African Americans and as great Americans, we should continue to do good business. And it sounds like that's something that you are definitely doing. Thank you.
Thank you too, and opportunities like this are becoming more frequent and available to us too. This you granting me this opportunity is a chance to get some exposure, to let people know that we do exist, and to let people know that we value our clients. So I thank you, and I commend you for presenting this opportunity to people like myself.
Well, sir, thank you for hanging in there with us and sharing your information, your business. And you guys are doing the hard work, Terrence. You're the ones that's running the business. And I just want to say, let's do business with other small businesses. Keep it to where if you know there's a good quality business out there, guys, that are that is doing good business, share it. Now we do feature businesses here on Obstruction to Justice. That's something that we enjoy and we highlight it in doing, but you'll have to continue on and feature it by voting with your dollars, voting by doing business with the businesses. And this is one business, and we everyone that we feature, I would do business with them, and we have done business, and we're looking to continue to do business and to build that relationship. We're hoping Brother Terrence come back and share with us. Come back and share with us some more here before the year's up, and let us know how things are going down there in San Antonio and everything. We do want to say that we're out of time, guys. It's all we can't tell it all. We can't tell it all, but we can definitely enjoy this time and go out and do business with the Seegers promotional products. Thank you, Terrence. And thank you.
Thank you too,
Thank
Ann.
you. And thank you guys for joining another Obstruction to Justice broadcast. And go out and share the links. And those that are interested in business and interested in just the current events of the day, interested about what's going on, go out there and share this link and let people know that we are on the go, which is another broadcast, but we're hanging in there. We're just out there doing what we need to do to keep the fires going with the monetary system in a great community, great heritage, the African American heritage and small business heritage and women owned heritage, and we're just doing what we can, and we're hanging in there. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time on Obstruction to Justice. 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 Justice now.